Did you know that keen observation plays a very important role not only in sports but also in the corporate or the business world? Hi, I'm Naresh Shivani, an executive communication and a business coach. And in today's episode of Story Speak, I'm going to talk to you and tell you or narrate a story relating to how keen observation and tactical brilliance turned the tables in the game of tennis. In the game of tennis, it is mainly statistics that shows the dominance of a player. In the 1990s, Andre Agassi and Boris Becker were the arch rivals, and they played numerous games, and of which Andre Agassi won 10 games out of the 14 games that were played between Andre Agassi and Boris Becker. And what really happened was that when Boris Becker used to serve, it was unbeatable, and Andre Agassi didn't know what to do because he couldn't return that particular serve. And Andre Agassi swore that he would never lose a match going forward against Boris Becker at all. So what did Andre Agassi do? He watched a lot of videos where Boris Becker had played tennis world over and studied minutely what was that Boris Becker had that dominated the world of tennis at that point of time. And what did Andre Agassi observe? He observed that there was a slight projection of the tongue by Boris Becker when he was serving, and therefore the direction in which the tongue was in, that is protruding out, that is the place where Boris Becker, or the direction where Boris Becker would serve. And nobody had noticed this, but it was that keen observation that Andre Agassi found when Boris Becker was serving. And this made a lot of difference to the game of tennis for Andre Agassi. And Andre Agassi went on to win the next match against Boris Becker, and he won almost 11 matches against Boris Becker out of 14 consecutive matches played between them. Can you see that minutest observation made by Andre Agassi made a lot of difference and helped him to win the matches against Boris Becker? And it showed the tactical or the strategic mastery and the mental resilience that Andre Agassi had to win the matches against Boris Becker. If I take the essence of this entire story and put it into the corporate world, I would also like to point out that competitions are coming closer and closer in each industry for every company. And what companies can do to beat the competition where the stiffness of competition is very, very high, the keen observation and tactical movement plays a very important role. Even as a leader, if you're very keenly observing what others do, which makes a lot of difference to you, you can stand above the other leaders. And the same way, the corporate world also, companies can beat competition by this entire thing. I hope you like this story and its relevance to the corporate world and leadership. Until we meet again in the next episode of Story Speak, thank you.